Hey guys, it's Matt. So this week I wanted to talk to you guys about dysphoria and the things that I do to alleviate my dysphoria. Dysphoria is basically a state of unease or dissatisfaction that a person feels. So, like, everyone can experience dysphoria, and I'm pretty sure that everybody does. But I experience what's called gender dysphoria, and it's a diagnosis, which is a good thing that it's a diagnosis because it allows me to get treatment for it. But basically, my dysphoria, my gender dysphoria, means that I feel distress. I experience distress because of the sex and gender that I was assigned at birth. In my opinion, what's most commonly known about dysphoria is either top dysphoria or bottom dysphoria. I'm sure you guys can figure that out. I personally experience top dysphoria and bottom dysphoria. And I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the things that I do to alleviate that. The first thing I want to talk about is called a binder. So I bind my chest pretty much every day before I leave the house. If I'm not leaving the house, I might not. But if I'm going to leave my house, I'm definitely wearing one of these. This is a binder. I'm going to lean back a little bit so you guys can see. It just looks like a tank top, although there's different styles of it. This is from GC2B. They're a great company. I have two of these. And I wear these, like I said, every day, pretty much. And it helps to make my chest look flat. It's basically just like this stretchy material all around, except for the part that holds your chest down. It's very taut. And it's very durable, and it really makes your chest look flat. It does a really great job of that. I remember when I ordered my first one, unfortunately it was the wrong size, and I was really upset. But put it on, I put a shirt on. It was like a button-up shirt. We were getting ready to head to a wedding, and I looked in the mirror and I almost started crying because I even said to my wife, I was like, I finally see me. Like, it's like I finally see myself in the way that I'm supposed to look. And it was a very emotional experience for me. And unfortunately, it happened to be the wrong size, and we started to leave the house. I knew before I left that I was having a hard time breathing, but I was like, oh, that's okay. Like, I think you're just supposed to learn to breathe differently in these. I mean, it's putting pressure on your chest and on your rib cage and stuff. So I was like, it's fine. It'll be fine. No, we had to come back to the house like a minute after we left because I was about to faint. So I had to send it back, and I got a larger size, and everything's been great. And the new size that I have, I don't feel like it holds my chest down as well, but I can breathe, so it's a really good thing. You might hear about people binding with, some people use tape, like duct tape or KT tape, or ACE bandages is like the most common. I'm not sure about the KT tape. I haven't heard good things about it, but it's really none of those ways is like a safe way to bind. You need to be very careful when you bind. You don't want to damage, your skin, and you don't want to bind with something that's too tight because, like, as I told you, like, I couldn't breathe, and that's not good either. And you also want to take breaks from binding. I think my binder, I can like work out and I can like go swimming, but I haven't yet done that because I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I don't do those things. I only wear it like out in public. I'm not going to wear it to the gym. I'm not going to wear it to work out at home or to go swimming. Because I already have asthma. It's already hard for me to breathe, normally. So I personally would only wear it just to go out. There's a lot of websites that talk about safe binding, and you can even go to GC2B and they will talk about safe binding. I don't want to get too much into it because I don't know if anyone's watching that even wants to bind, but if you do, comment below and I will try to talk to you about it some more. And the other big thing that I personally use to alleviate my dysphoria is I pack. And so what that means is I wear a prosthetic that there's all different kinds out there. It's not a sexual thing, but it just gives me like a bulge in my pants. I mean, I'm just saying. Okay, so it just makes me feel like when I look in the mirror, like I'll throw on my boxers and I'll put my prosthetic in. I look in the mirror and I feel like me. And so it's not, like I said, it's not a sexual thing. It's just for me to feel good when I leave the house. It makes me feel more masculine. So. Not everyone needs a prosthetic. There's, I think Aiden I always get his last name wrong. I think it's Dowling, but I don't believe he packs, and he's a very prominent trans figure. Ignore my dog barking. So not everybody packs, but it makes me feel better about myself, so I pack. And the way that I do that is I have, please don't laugh at this name. It's called a Mr. Limpy. And the reason why I purchased that one is because it's actually like the cheapest one out there. It's like $12. A lot of, like, you start looking at prosthetics, they can get very, very expensive. So that's why a lot of trans people feel like they can't afford things to help them alleviate their dysphoria, because they are so expensive. The 2 binders that I bought, it cost me $75 just for 2 of them. There's packers out there. There's also STPs I want to talk about. That means stand to pee device. I have one that's $15, I think, the STP. It doesn't work that well for me personally, but I'll talk about that in a minute. I mean, they can range anywhere from $10, $15 to over $300, $400, $500. It's crazy how much they cost. So anyway, back to Mr. Limpy. What I do with Mr. Limpy, and I'm not going to show it to you because I don't want this video to get flagged, and I also just want it to be appropriate, and it's all supposed to be educational. But I use this, and this is called a Joey. This particular one. There's similar ones out there that are, I can't remember what they're called. But this is what I purchased, and basically you open this up. It's like a little pocket. You slide your prosthetic in. This one has a hole in it, but there are some that don't have holes. And you slide it in there, and you flip this back over. I think you have to put it in inside out. It's just easier. It doesn't really matter. The point is you stick it in there, and then you flip this over, and then you pin it to the inside of your boxers or your briefs or whatever you want to wear. So you pin it into your underwear, and it hangs there. It's perfect for me because I like to wear boxer briefs, and so trying to wear a packer without something like this and boxer briefs can be really difficult because, you know, it might like fall down your pant leg, and next thing you know, your wiener's on the floor, and nobody wants their wiener lying on the floor, okay? So anyway, so this helps me because I make sure that this is staying in place. But if you wear briefs, like just regular briefs, you might not even need something like that. You could just probably slide it in, and if they're tight enough, they'll hold them right there. This guy that I follow on YouTube, his name is Chase Ross. I believe he likes to wear briefs, and he just sticks his packers in there, and he's good to go. But he has done reviews on a lot of these, so you could always go to his channel and check it out. Oh, STPs. So the other thing that I use is an STP, and to be honest, I haven't used it very much. I've only used it a couple of times because the one that I got is kind of cheap. Not cheaply made necessarily, it's just a cheaper version, like, you know, you pay for quality. So the one that I got, I just wanted to try it out. I just want to know what it was like to stand to pee. So I bought it, and it works. Like, I can go to the bathroom, I can stand to pee, but it bothers me because I don't really know how to pack with it. It's a harder silicone for obvious reasons. And so it's hard to pack with because you kind of have to pack it sideways. Like, it just doesn't work for me. It might work for some people. It did not work for me. But I do keep it at home, and sometimes I just use it at home if I just want to stand to pee. But most times I just go and sit to pee because it's just easier, and I don't know. I don't want to get into it, but everybody's different. I hope to get a better STP. The one that I want is like $200 or $300. I can't remember. I think it's $175. That's the one that I would like to get and try out. But that's a lot of money to just drop on something to help me pee. But that one, the good thing about that one is I could also pack with it. And so my goal is, like, you know, when I really start to pass as male and I'm out in public and I need to go to the bathroom, I don't want to use the stall. I want to be able to just walk into the men's restroom and use a urinal. So it's important to me to be able to stand to pee, but I need to find a better prosthetic. So something else that I'm super dysphoric about is my hips. I have really wide hips, and it bothers me so much because if you think about it, a lot of men, not all men, but a lot of men have that like triangle shape, okay, you know, or the upside down triangle shape, so the broad shoulders, and then they get, oh my gosh, I bumped the table again, it's so shaky, I'm sorry. Okay, then you know, they get thinner, right? And women can be more like Coke bottle shaped or like pear shaped, but you know, some men are shaped like that too. Like, everybody's different, and that's, you know, it's okay if you're shaped that way and you're comfortable with it. I'm not. I don't like that I have wide hips, so it's something that I'm personally really dysphoric about. Luckily, the testosterone, the more that I take it, the more my fat will move around, and so my hips hopefully won't look as wide. But I mean, like, the bones themselves are wide, like, that can't change. So it's something that I'm just gonna have to work with and learn to be okay with. But those are just the things that personally make me feel dysphoric, and I hope that you have a better understanding of what dysphoria is and how it affects people. That's just like a quick snippet on what dysphoria is and the things that I do to alleviate that. So if you like this video, please like it below. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I would love it if you would leave comments. Also, if you have questions about dysphoria, ask me. If you're not sure what a binder is, or I need to explain more about STPs, or you want links to any of those things to understand them better, cool, I will send them to you. So I want you to ask me questions about dysphoria in the comments below, preferably on my YouTube channel. I know I share this on Facebook and Instagram as well. Not the video, but like the thumbnail. Anyway, I prefer those comments to be on my YouTube channel because I want my YouTube channel to be a little bit more popular so I can help spread awareness and educate people on these things. So if you could please do that, please like and subscribe on my channel and comment on the videos. That would be wonderful. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.